What up, world? How y'all doing out there? No matter when you're watching this video, in the morning, midday, late night, I hope you're in good health and I hope you're in good spirit. But before we get into our next segment, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You could even share it if you want to. Appreciate it. Thank you. Today I want to talk about what's your routine. Do you have a routine? Do you even realize that you have a routine? You might not realize it, but you have a routine. You know what I'm saying? And if you do have one, and if you do realize it, are you getting the results that you want from your routine? Think about it. Is it making your life better? Or is it, putting a strain on what you have going on? And if you're unaware that you have a routine, think about it. Just sit back. Think about it. Oh, I do this every day or around this certain time. I do this, I do that. Then you got to think about it. What's your routine? Routine is basically a habit. That's all it is. It's a habit. So what is your habit? And as human beings, that's our nature. We're creatures of it. Habits. We do this, we do this, we do that. And some people, you might have OCD. You might have to the point where you're just military, right? You're just that. This have to be this way, that way, and this way. We do this at that time, this time, and that time. You know what I'm saying? And some people strategically have a routine. It's just how they live. And if it doesn't go that way, and if it's out of place, out of line just this much, they're going to notice it, and their day is not going to go well. So your routine, what is it working for you? Do you need a routine? Do you have something going on where you need to make this a habit in order for you to get where you're trying to be? You know what I'm saying? You have to think about the things you need, want out of life to, make your life better, to make your life easier, whatever you're trying to do with your life. So if you have a routine, is it working for you? Do you need to switch it up? Do you need to not do this at that time? Do you not to need to do that? You know what I'm saying? Just bring it to the place where you're comfortable and it's making sense to you. Now, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. This is your routine. So what is it about you that, I need this to be in place? I have to do this. And if your routine is that, noticeable, anybody can figure out your routine. All they have to do is watch you. And it's noticeable. Well, they do this at that time, every day, or at least 3 times a week. Think about it. So, your routine, it can make your life easier, or can make your life a little bit more challenging. Depends on what you have going on in your life. Because some people have a routine, and they just really need to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's not working. Or obviously it's making things a little bit harder for you. Just switch it up a little bit. And don't get me wrong. Routine and habits are hard to break. They're hard to break. We're human. I have them. You have them. They're hard to break. And some people would be like, in their mind, psychologically, if they don't do what they have been doing for years or months or however long they've been having their routine, if they don't do that, it's going to ruin their life. It's just going to ruin it. You know what I mean? And some people will actually have nervous breakdowns. Some people will just lose it if their everyday routine, which they've been doing for years, they have to break that habit. But then some people, you just need to break it. It's not working. So if it's not working, be honest with yourself. Man, is this really working for me? Think about it. Is this really working? Can I do something else? Do I really need to switch it up? Or, man, this is the best routine that works for me and is getting me where I need to be. Right? So now, when it comes to routine, you have to analyze what you have going on. Or, like, if you just starting to build or do anything of that nature, does your old routine fit in with your schedule? Does it make your life a little bit harder with your schedule? Because now you got to think, you've been doing this routine for years, but you're just on a new journey. Does it fit in with how things are going with your new journey? Yeah, think about that. And if it doesn't work, will it be your new journey? Is it worth breaking your routine, breaking your habit? Is it? It might be, but that don't mean it's not going to be hard to break that habit or that routine. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But hey, you got to do what you need to do to get where you want to be. At the end of the day, you have to. We're creatures of habit, and it is hard to break routine. It is hard to not. Look, I've been doing this for years. This is what I'm used to. I'm accustomed to it. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But you know, if you look deep inside, if you know that your routine is not lining up with your new journey, you got to break it. You got to stop doing that. You know, when people be like, man, you need to stop doing that. You know, you need to stop doing this. It don't work for you. But in your mind, it works for you, which it really doesn't, but it works for you, and you're comfortable with it. So familiarity is what we do. We go where we're familiar. We do what's familiar. It's just how we are. We're human beings. You don't really go where you're not familiar. You be like, man, I don't know about this. Nah. So soon as you get to where you're familiar, oh man, what's up, man? How you doing? Everybody knows your name. Everybody knows you. You know what I mean? And guess what? If you go to where you're familiar with the people and the place, I guaranteed you, those people in that place know your routine. Right? Oh man, here come Freddie. Freddie gonna sit over here. He gonna have 3 beers. Then he gonna get up and go to the pool table. He gonna They know you. They could set their clock. He'll be here at let's see, man. He'll be here by 8:30. 8:30. Here come Freddie. You already getting out the car at 8:27. It's taking you 3 minutes to. You gonna be on time, just like they said, right? I'm just saying. That is what happens. We're creatures of habit, right? Now, other hand, yeah, man. Has anybody seen Lisa? It's just 7:30. She'll be here 7:45. Okay, yeah, 7:45, right? Here come Lisa. Oh yeah, she gonna go over here. She gonna hug her. She gonna kiss her. She gonna talk about her. She gonna call her bald headed, and then she gonna go over here and sit down and have a martini with an olive in it, right? Clockwork. And guess what Lisa does? Do everything that they said she was gonna do, right? So if your routine is that noticeable, and your routine, they can set their clock by you. Do you need to switch it up, or is that beneficial to you? Does it help you, or are you just that in tune with your routine that you're never gonna switch it up? I'm just saying. So if it's not helping you progress on your new journey, you're gonna have to switch it up. I guaranteed you, you're gonna have to switch it up. So it's gonna be hard. And it's going to take some time. Some longer than others. Some can go cold turkey. Some can go cold turkey. Others can't do it. It's going to take them months, maybe 6 months to break that habit. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Now, for you that go cold turkey, you're going to feel it. You're definitely going to feel it. Like, man, I miss going or doing, you know what I'm saying? But I got to. Discipline. I can do this. I'm going to do this. Know what I'm saying? So, if you can just go cold turkey, if you need to, if it interferes with your new journey, if you need to go cold turkey, do it. Find something else to do. So on your new journey, you're going to have to find another routine. Right? So now you got to think about, what is my new journey? What does my future consist of? What am I working towards and working for? So once you figure that out, I'm quite sure you can find another routine that fits in with what you're trying to do. I can almost guarantee you, right? Almost guaranteed you. There we go. Like, almost guaranteed you. Like, but if you can do that, you'll find your life just a little bit easier, because you got to think, once you on a new journey and you're doing something different, your life changes. Your routine is old, but your life changes. This is new, this is old. It don't go, how you gonna put a square in a circle? It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta find a new routine. So whatever your new journey is, hopefully you can replace that routine with something that actually works for you. And if you don't have a routine, don't you think you need to get in the habit of having a routine? If you're trying to do something, if you're trying to make something, if you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You need to get in the habit of having a routine. And just as hard as it's letting go of routine, it's going to be hard to develop a routine, a habit. Okay, so now this is my new journey. I need to get in the habit of researching more, reading more, developing this kind of skill. I need to get in the habit of doing X, Y, Z. It's going to be hard, because you got to remember, you don't have a routine. You've never had a routine to where it was detrimental to what you're trying to do, right? So now, once you start trying to develop a routine, it's going to be pressure and it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary and it's going to be pressure, because these things have to come together in order for you to be consistent. Man, I missed a day. That's okay. You're developing. Of course you're going to miss a day. But get right back into it once you realize, man, I missed a day. There go my routine. Nah, no. It's going to be okay. Just get back into it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to miss a day. You're developing. So once you're developing, you're going to be good. Just be more, aware of, I missed a day. Let me get back right quick. Don't miss a day and be like, man, it was just a day. I'll catch up tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, now you're falling back out of the, you know what I'm saying? So now, when you're trying to shake that routine, it's gonna be like, man, I can't miss a day. It's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna like not doing what I did forever. Now I gotta stop doing it all of a sudden. It's not gonna feel good. It's gonna be, you're gonna lose, what you're familiar with. And we all know what that's like. Nobody wants to lose what they're familiar with or stop doing what they're familiar with. It's just how we are. But you can do this though. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. You can actually develop routines and you can actually break routines. They're habits. They say 30 days of doing X, Y, Z, it becomes a routine. And I mean, if it's like that, I'm gonna say 30 days of not doing X, Y, Z, you're gonna break it. You know what I'm saying? Both is gonna be hard, no matter if you're starting or no matter if you're stopping. 30 days is gonna, consistency is key to whatever you have going on, to whatever you're doing. Consistency is the key. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started trying to do this, what I'm doing now, sitting here, getting topics, subjects, motivation, trying to build my nerves up, trying to get all these things together, speaking off in front of the camera, setting up, trying to find lighting, trying to do these things, trying to figure out what's next, trying to I had to develop a routine. I had to. What I'm doing now, I've never done, right? So I had to develop a routine, get in the habit. I'm going to record this day, that day, 3 times a week, this day or every day. I got to figure out the lighting. I had to develop a routine of getting into the habit of recording. Trying to make good quality, having things to talk about, encouraging people, motivating people. Because I can get around family members and friends and be like, man, we can do this, you can do that, you got this, uplifting, all this good stuff. But once I sit in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you, but nobody is here physically, right? Nobody is here physically, so now I have to develop a skill, right? Because it's easy talking to a human, a person that's physically here. We can have a conversation, there'll be talk back, there'll be response, there'll be rebuttals, there'll be feedback on what I'm saying. But sitting here, talking for 20 minutes straight with nobody around, I had to develop this skill. And as time goes by, as you watch my videos, right? I forget what number I'm on right now. But I think this is 19, 18, whatever the video is. You can see the quality getting better. You can see I get more comfortable in front of the camera. You can see, my subjects and topic I talk about, they're motivating, they're uplifting. It's just a skill that's being developed as I grow. And I had to get into the habit and a routine of doing this, right? So now, me sitting in front of a camera with nobody around but me, talking straight into, you know what I'm saying? Is and plus I get to release. You know what I'm saying? I get to, unload and it's therapeutic now. You know what I'm saying? Now I look forward to doing this. You know what I mean? So now, not only is it therapeutic, not only did I have to develop a skill, not only did I have to make it a habit of doing X, Y, Z, I want to record on this day, on that day, right? I had to do the research of how, to do everything. Set up lights, the lighting, the this, the that. You know what I mean? The things you see behind me on screen. I had to figure out how to make that happen. I had to figure out how to make this happen. You know what I mean? So I had to develop a routine. And my routine is learning how to do this and have good quality and present this to you and be who I am and and that. You know what I mean? So if you have something going on to the point where you have to develop a skill, you have to have a routine, break it, or either develop one. Either or, right? You have to become who you are. And it's going to happen through having a routine or breaking a routine. Simple as that. You're going to become who you are by developing a routine or breaking a routine. Developing a habit, breaking a habit is going to make you who you are and where you're trying to go and what you need to do with who you're trying to be. It's just simple and plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I say, finding your niche, finding your way, in whatever it is you're trying to do, the journey, when you look back on it, that's going to be the fun part. Man, I had to figure it out. Man, I can't believe I did this. I should have did that a little bit earlier and a little bit sooner. Or man, I shouldn't have did it that early. You know what I mean? And when you look back on your life and your journey, that's going to be like, man, I enjoyed the journey. That's what it's all about anyway, So becoming who you are is going to go through you being breaking your routine or developing a routine. That's about it. And having a routine, the only thing you're doing when they say have a routine is you're being consistent. At the end of the day, that's really all a routine is. Being consistent. Oh, I do this every day. I do this every 3 days. I do this every 2 months. Whatever it is. You're just being consistent. That's all having a routine is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So guess what? Keep doing what it is that you do. Keep handling your business. We're going to get the business clear. I believe in you. Now you have to believe in